once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the Vape Cave. Got a mod review for you today. Today we're going to be looking at the Red Copper Stingray clone from Infinite. Now, this one here I've had for a little while now, and I've been working on my natural patina of it, and this one here, unlike some of my other copper mods, this one here is actually going pink, so I'm quite enjoying this right now. And let's see where I got this. I got this off of pre-order when it first came out a couple months ago from vape.com, and it was done through eBay. And as I say, this thing took forever to come in the mail. There's a lot of issues with it, and was not happy with that, with how long it took. But you know, it's neither here nor there. I've got it, and I'm doing my review for you guys today. So, what do I gotta say? This is a Red Copper Stingray. Now, if you guys have noticed, if you guys have seen, I've got other videos of stingrays, and I absolutely love my stingrays, man. It's like Pokemon, dude. I've got to get them all, and one day I will have them all. So you'll see a lot more stingray videos. I've got the Stingray X coming in the mail, so that one there will be coming here soon. And let's go ahead and take a tube and take it down to the table, and let's take a look at it. So, I got my Copper Stingray here. Yesterday, I got my kick in the mail, so I'm starting my patina on with the kick plate now, finally. And I just got my black magma that I'm going to be doing a review on here soon. I've only had it for a day, so I'm just starting to play with it. I've heard a lot of great things about the magma, and I'm quite enjoying it. And on top here, I've got the stainless steel Vapetasia press fit drip tip, and I quite enjoy this thing so far. And I tell you, it's quite nice turning this mod here into a variable wattage with the kick, and we'll go down and I'll show you guys that here at the table. So let's go ahead and go down to the table. Alright, so here we are down at the table with the Red Copper Stingray. Now this is the box it came in. It's really nice, you know, little leather kind of looking black box. Open it up inside here, and I got the mod inside. Now it came in this little plastic sleeve here, and it's got this nice little foam compartment that it sat in, and there's nothing else. I can pull this here out, but there's nothing else underneath it. So that is that for the packaging for this here, and set this to the side. And now we've got our Red Copper Stingray. Now this one here is off of the traditional logo, and absolutely love it. I believe JD Tech only made 1,000 of these, and I'm pretty sure that whoever cloned these only made 1,000 of them. At least that's what I'm hoping on. But mine here says it's number 494 out of 1,000. That's I like it. You know, I like the mod more than anything. I like the patina it's getting. So let's go ahead and break it down. Now this here is a modular mod. It's not like some other mods like my black copper one that's got 3 separate tubes. This one here, we have our 18350 tube right here. Then we have our, get the top cap off here. This is our 18-490 500 tube, or also 18-350 with a kick, which the kick right there. And then we also have the 18-650 tube. So this one here goes into your 18-350 tube for your 18-650 battery. And then we have the kick, which turns your mechanical mod into a variable wattage device going up to 15 watts. Now, with that being said, this a kick I learned recently, it has specifications where it's not going to read any ohm loads less than 1.5, 1.6 ohms. So just keep that in mind if you're going to go and get yourself a kick and turn your mech mod into a variable wattage, into a regulated device. It restricts your ohm load, so you got to make sure that you do 1.5, 1.6 ohms. So now there's the got the tubes broken down. Let's go ahead and take a look. We have the traditional top cap with the Stingrays. It's got the copper here with the stainless steel accent, and it's got the slots for the air hole, or for airflow for all of your devices that get airflow through the 510 connection. It has your floating silver-plated copper 510 connection, which is absolutely amazing. I love this thing here. Now, down to the firing button. This is same as all the other Stingrays. This here has, again, this has silver-plated brass, or silver-plated copper contact down here. This copper threading, so that way everything stays, in line with each other. It's got two magnets here for the magnetic throw for the button, and Delrin all screws back in here. On the bottom of the button, we have the JD Tech logo that's deeply engraved into it. It's really nice, and following along with everything else with the pink on the patina. Enjoying that. And so let's go ahead and reassemble our mod here, and take it back up top here in a moment, and take a few toots and talk about it. So I got that there. When it comes to putting the kick in, this side here faces up, going to your actual 510 connection. This side here touches your actual battery. So right here we have a little pin that presses in that allows everything to actually work on this device. So I put the pin in first and push in, and gets a nice connection there. Take the top cap, thread it on. Well, normally, let's see, we take our atomizer. My Magma is at 1.6 ohms on a single coil. And we have good connection there. So we take our battery, and screw that in there. And then, as with all the other Stingrays, their battery, or your firing button here, is where you do all the adjusting for the battery rattle. But with this thing here, like here, it's not connected. It's about a quarter of a turn, and this thing is already making full contact, and there's a huge gap down there. One thing I hope people will start doing in the future is you're making your kick tube a little bit longer or making something a little bit longer so that way the button doesn't stick out as far. And if it backs out, it's barely backs out and then it pops right out. So hopefully something gets fixed later on in the future when it comes to using the kick. Well, now that I got my mod reassembled and it's putting out pretty nice at 15 watts. And let's go ahead and take it back up top and talk about it and give you my final thoughts, guys. Alright, so we are back from looking down at the table at the Red Copper Stingray. Now, this thing here, absolutely love it because, you know, of course I'm a copper junkie, so I'm going to love anything that's copper. Just right out the back, you know, that's the life of a copper junkie. So, pros and cons, you know, pros, this thing is copper. It has a low voltage drop, just like any other copper device, but with the kick in there, there's no need for a voltage drop test or anything. This thing regulates it to pump out at 15 watts until the battery dies. So, cons. This right here, the gap in the button with just hardly anything, and this thing comes right off. So, hopefully in the future, you know, that gets fixed in some form or fashion, or maybe even the kick gets shortened to where everything fits in there a little bit better. Either way, like that's really it. Like that's the only con I have for this is the fact that the gap right here is such a huge gap. And one other con, it's the same. The major con with any and all Stingrays, with the fact that everything adjusts through turning the firing switch in. For people that are right-handed, and when we go to hit hit our firing button with our hand here, a lot of times our hand, it turns the mod to where it actually tightens the button up, and eventually we'll go through and we'll go to let go of the firing button, and it continues to fire. So we'll sit there and we'll have to yank. You know, have to pull it back so that way it stops making contact. That's a big flaw, a big con. So that's one thing that does need to get fixed. And other than that, absolutely love, you know, my Stingrays. You know, these things are absolutely amazing. Love how it feels. Love how it hits. It's got really good, really low voltage drop. Everything's all copper, lined up with each other. All the threadings are copper, so that helps with the low voltage drop. Silver-plated copper contacts on both the positive and negative ends. That's very good for conductivity. And that's really all I got to say about the Red Copper Stingray. And look forward to my Stingray X review that's coming here soon once it comes in the mail from Fast Tech, or as we all love to call them, Slow Tech. And so that's all I got, and I'm going to take one more tube for the road, and that's going to be it for me and the Red Copper Stingray YouTube. So see you on the next video.